Welcome to part 3 of a 4-part tutorial on deploying WebSphere Extreme Scale for IBM Bluemix Container Service or ICS. This video is not related to ICS specifically, but will demonstrate some of the basic functionality of the Extreme Scale dashboard, including creating a user and a grid, and joining 2 cache members to form one cache group. If you followed along with parts 1 and 2 of the tutorial, then at the end of this demo, you will have one Extreme Scale caching group with 2 members up and running with a newly created user and simple grid. As shown in the previous parts of the tutorial, you can access the Extreme Scale dashboard through the public IP that is bound to your Extreme Scale container. Use the public IP of your first container for the first part of this demo. Once the dashboard appears, log in using XSadmin as the user and the XSadmin password that you specified when creating the first Extreme Scale container as the password. At the landing page of the dashboard, you can see links to data cache members, data grids, users, and groups. To create a new user, first click on the User section. Next, click on the plus sign in the right corner of the screen. On the Create User page, enter a username, a full name, an email, and a password that follows the rules shown. Once the new user is created, let's go ahead and create a new grid. First, click on the Data Grids link on the left bar. Once again, click on the plus sign in the right corner of the screen to create a new grid. As you can see, Extreme Scale supports 3 types of grids for a user to create. The types are Simple, Session, and Data Cache. Add a name for the grid, such as Test Grid 1. Select the number of partitions you want for the grid, and select the owner of the grid to be the user you just created. You can enable grid security with the 2 options shown here to control grid access. You can also go to advanced settings to limit the grid capacity. When you are satisfied with the settings for the grid, go ahead and click Save to create it. It may take a few minutes for the grid creation task to be completed. Once grid creation is complete, the grid and its information will appear on the Data Grids page. It will display the name, type, capacity, and owner you specified upon creation. To see more information about the version of Extreme Scale that is running on your container, click on the user icon in the top corner and go to the About section. For the next part of this demo, use your browser to access the Extreme Scale dashboard of your second container. From the Data Cache Members page, you can join cache member WXS2 to the WXS1 cache member group. Click on the arrow under the Actions column for WXS2 and then click the Join button. In the Join window, specify the public floating IP for WXS1 so that the WXS2 member can join into the WXS1 cache member group. The secret key specified here is the secret key environment variable that you defined when creating the WXS1 container. Click the Join button to kick off a task that will join the WXS2 member into the WXS1 cache member group. It may take 5 to 10 minutes for this task to complete. When the join task is complete, you will see both the WXS1 and WXS2 members show up in the cache member list. The user JSnow and the grid Test Grid 1, created earlier from the WXS1 dashboard, now show from the console as well. Your cache capacity has now been doubled by joining WXS2 to WXS1 to create a 2-member cache group. Thank you for joining us for a demonstration of some of the basic functionality of the WebSphere Extreme Scale dashboard. For more information on how to use this dashboard, refer to the video description below. Please join us in our next video where we demonstrate how to deploy a Bluemix client application and bind it to the Extreme Scale caching containers deployed in Bluemix.